Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are here live at Brother Rice High School for this intense lacrosse matchup between your Crusaders of Brother Rice against the Vikings of St. Lawrence. I'm Leo Stoddard here alongside David Wolf for this intense Christian Brothers School matchup. Dave, what do we have to expect from the Crusaders tonight against the Vikings?
Well, tonight I see a powerful performance from the Crusaders, as you always want to win against your rivals, especially in this Christian brother rivalry. It's always good to be the victor.
And I was talking to some of the players before the game. Steven Sismarski at lunch said he thinks this is going to be a high-scoring game. The Crusaders are traditionally a more defensive team. They had a highly ranked defense last year. Do you think they have the firepower to score a lot of goals tonight and keep up with the Vikings from St. Lawrence?
Definitely. If the Crusaders are strong on the defensive end and they're able to tire the Vikings out, then it should be easy to get past the defensive line of the Vikings.
As we get ready for the start of the game, we must remember that the Crusaders do have some star power from their senior class. They have Jake Kroll and Gavin Flynn, both committed to play college lacrosse. They can easily score some goals if the Crusaders need them to. And as we begin play, the Vikings are passing it around inside the offensive zone. They're taking their time with the ball behind the net. Richard Godsell playing defense tough, giving the Viking attacker much space. Ball's loose around the front of the net. The Vikings recover. Number 3 is looking for a man. Pressured by Gavin Flynn. Nice hit by Flynn to knock him away from the net. The Crusaders are really doing a good job keeping St. Lawrence to the outside, Dave. Let's see if they could keep that up throughout the game. As the Vikings bring it in. Ball's loose. The Crusaders trying to recover it. Andrew Thompson's going to pick it up for the Crusaders' first possession, but it will be quickly recovered by St. Lawrence. The Crusaders, again, just doing a great job forcing St. Lawrence to the outside, as they're trying to get some kind of possession going, but they just can't, Dave. What strategies do you have to try to get this ball from the defensive zone to the offensive zone?
Well, right now, the Crusaders, they could you take to their advantage. It looks like St. Lawrence is raking the ball, which means when the ball is on the ground, they're pulling back on the stick and then going forward on it to pick it up, which takes a lot more time than just scooping it right into the lacrosse stick.
And we have a flag as Jake Kroll was trying to bring the ball in the net. It looked like he took a slash high, but we'll see what the call was there. It was officially called a slash, giving the Crusaders a 1-minute advantage. And Kroll was another one of those players we told you to watch for earlier. He's one of the senior leaders for this team. He's going to look to contribute with this advantage after drawing the penalty. Ed Selman's going to get the ball in the play here. The Vikings making a late substitution as number 88 comes on. Selman, another one of the senior leaders of this team. The Crusaders do have a lot of young talent, so we'll see how this mix of seniors and younger players will contribute tonight. Selman passes it around, finds Kroll, passes it over to O'Malley. Pat Flynn, a sophomore, handling the ball, gets it back to Kroll, or to Ethan Hadkey, another sophomore. Pass it over to Selman. Selman looks for the shot, passes to Kroll. Kroll with the shot. It looks like it was deflected, and the Crusaders trying to get something going here. Ball is loose again in front of the net. The Vikings recover possession. Rough hit as Ryan O'Malley recovers the ball. He's bringing it into the offensive zone, looking for his man. Oh, he's open. He's going to throw it in front of net. I believe that was Hadkey, or that was Kroll. He was knocked over by another rough hit, drawing another penalty for the Crusaders. I believe that was Crush checking there. Giving the Crusaders another 1-minute advantage. It seems like St. Lawrence is getting a lot of penalties here. If the Crusaders could take advantage of these mistakes by St. Lawrence and capitalize early, this could be big for them, David.
You know, definitely. It's always good, especially when they're not tired. They're tiring out the Vikings right now. I'm sure the Vikings are making a lot of substitutions and tiring out all their men, while the Crusaders are just playing the ball around and they're trying to shoot and score.
The Crusaders just got a good chance there by Ryan O'Malley. But we saw them there. They just, for almost a minute, they were just passing the ball around just like a circle almost. The Vikings were pressured inside there. They weren't going to make a move. And the Crusaders were able to rest and just pass around. They kept their composure, which was good to see there. As that ball was out of bounds, St. Lawrence will inbound it now. Gavin Flynn pressuring the Viking behind the net. He's going to pass Flynn. Passes to a teammate in front of the net. The Crusaders defense bracing for the oncoming attack. The Vikings, again, are just getting pressured to the outside. This time it's Andrew Thompson with a stellar defense. The Crusaders have a huge asset in net with Clark University commit Andrew Liss. So far, we really haven't seen him have any action. But, David, you've played lacrosse for the Battle of the Lacrosse program. How important is it to have a reliable goalie on your team?
Well, from my experience, the goalie is possibly the most important position, because if you have a fast and a big and fast goalie, then you have the ultimate goalie, because they're able to chase the balls down in case a shot goes out of bounds, so that your team can have the ball. So Liss is definitely one of the best players on this team, because he's able to get out quick and get the Crusaders the ball back if a shot goes out of the area.
And defense is obviously the main part of Andrew Liss's job, but we see a lot in college lacrosse. The goalie will take the ball and join the rush, sometimes even scoring a goal. We might not see that from Andrew Liss tonight, but hopefully he can contribute defensively for his team.
You know, actually, from my lacrosse days, I do remember number 42, Andrew Thompson. He was a goalie, and he was a really good goalie. He would, as you just said, he would take the ball, and he would go up, and he would go all the way up, and he would score, actually, which was really surprising. He was the only goalie that would do that.
And Thompson is a middle for the Crusaders. He's a sophomore playing on the varsity team. He's definitely, like you said, he's definitely a tremendous player, versatile player, and that could contribute to the Crusaders, not just this season, but in the future. Because we see they have a lot of sophomores on their team, lots of players in the class of 2019. This class could be huge for the future of the Brother Rice Lacrosse program. So the Vikings are playing the ball to behind the net. That seems to be where they like to play the ball. We've seen them have possession there a lot tonight as they're trying to get it up to the top. Number 6 drops the ball. The Crusaders trying to pressure. O'Malley picks up the ball, looking to bring it in the defensive zone with a nice deke. Loses the ball there. Steve Sismarski's going to try to get it, but no luck. Vikings bringing it back into the offensive zone. Gavin Flynn, the St. Ambrose commit, recovers it, passes to Sismarski, who loses it. The Vikings bring it back in. Number 5 making some swim moves around the Crusader defenders. That ball went out of bounds. It looks like the St. Lawrence player's stick was the closest to that, just barely beating out Andrew Liss, so it'll be a St. Lawrence ball with 6 minutes and 31 seconds left in the first quarter. Flynn again pressuring the Viking offender. Finds his teammate in front of the net, but that was brought down by a host of Crusaders as there's a flag on the field.
It was a cross-check on number 13. Ryan O'Malley. That's not good for the Crusaders, and it's never good to lose a man, but especially right now where St. Lawrence has the ball in the Crusaders' defensive zone.
And we just saw St. Lawrence was starting to pick up the momentum there. They had that rush by number 5. He was bringing in, pulling a swim move on a few guys, and he had 4 or 5 Crusaders on him. They were all trying to get at him. Unfortunately, it looks like O'Malley just got the high stick in there and cross-checked him. But this could be big for St. Lawrence. They really did not have any momentum going in the offensive zone before that penalty. As they're going to pass it around to the outside. Crusaders doing a good job staying in position. Nobody's pinching. As it looks like that's Thompson bringing it up. He's rushing it. Recovers the ball after he drops it. Looking for a teammate in the offensive zone. Going to keep it. Finds Kroll in front of that. It looked like that hit the crossbar. Either way, that was a great chance for the Crusaders. But now St. Lawrence will take it. Number 42, number 12, bringing it in the zone. Finds one of his teammates. Again, we've seen St. Lawrence a lot, just kind of camping out behind the net, Dave. Is that a strategy that a team will use, or is the Crusaders' defense just forcing them in that position?
Well, staying behind the net, there's an advantage to that, because like I said earlier, Andrew Liss, he's fast enough to get out there if St. Lawrence has a haywire shot and it goes out of bounds. So having that extra player back there, it's sort of safe for Lawrence to have them.
And St. Lawrence just struck first. Their first goal of the game comes on the man advantage, making it 1-0 for the Vikings with 5 minutes and 12 seconds left in the first quarter. Dave, what went wrong for the Crusaders on that team? It looked like on that goal, it looked like their defense was doing a real good job, and then all of a sudden the player broke through and scored.
I think just being one man down, it definitely hurt the team, and right there, St. Lawrence took advantage of that.
As the Crusaders brace for the face-off here, Paul Gliva, the junior, will look to take the face-off for the Vikings. Gliva is just a tremendous athlete. He was a part of the Brother Rice wrestling team this fall. He's been playing varsity for, I believe, all 3 years for Lacrosse, and he's also a varsity wrestler. It definitely helps to have an athlete like Gliva on your team. And he also went down state in wrestling, which just shows what a tremendous athlete is, and I'm sure that translates to lacrosse if you can have a athletic player like Gliva on your team, either in the defensive zone or in the offensive zone, given how physical lacrosse is.
Yeah, definitely. As much as lacrosse is a technique sport, it's also an athletic sport. You need a lot of athleticism for this sport because you need to be able to, just like soccer and hockey, you need to have the stamina to last an entire game running back and forth on the field. And Paul Gliva, he definitely has the stamina. I know I've seen him running back and forth on those wrestling mats.
And there was some confusion in front of net.
It looks like the St. Lawrence player was inside the crease, which is not allowed, and he took the shot while he was inside the crease. The fans are saying that he was pushed inside there, but the referee won't have it.
And the Crusaders getting a chance in the offensive zone again, turn it over. The ball's around midfield. Gavin Flynn's going to try to pick it up. One of his teammates is getting in there. Lots of physical play going in there. I believe Gliva's in there trying to wrestle the ball away as Ryan O'Malley will take the ball, bring it inside. He's trying to make a move, spins, but he's getting forced to the outside by the St. Lawrence defender. He's looking for a teammate. Finds Kroll behind the net. Kroll's going to look for an option at the pass. Goes back to O'Malley. O'Malley loses it. Picks it up again. Finds his teammate at the top of the zone. It's Ray McCann. Passes back to Gliva. Gliva couldn't get a handle on that and dropped it. Gliva's got plenty of time to pick it up, though. St. Lawrence is letting him play it to the outside. He tries to break it inside. Gliva just looking for an option. Tries to throw it across. That was broken up. Ryan O'Malley's going to pick it up now. O'Malley looking for a pass. Tries to find Dylan Mish, but that was broken up. He had 3 Vikings on him in front of the net. Now St. Lawrence will regain possession. One of their defenders looking for a pass. Crusaders are going to pressure. That ball is going to go out of bounds into the Crusader bench area. That'll be a possession for Brother Rice. And as you may have noticed watching this, most of the defenders have longer poles for their sticks. How does that affect in the passing game like we saw down there, the defender trying to make a long pass? Does that provide any advantage for a lacrosse player, Dave? As Jake Kroll scores for the Crusaders, making this a 1-1 game with 2 minutes and 43 seconds left. That was huge for Brother Rice. Brings them right back into this game.
Definitely, and Leo, as you were just saying, the D poles, as they're called, the long poles that the defensemen and middies have, it helps them. If you're on defense, you're not allowed to go past the half line. So if the ball is closer to the half line, then having the D pole, your stick can go further across and try to help help keep the ball on the offensive side for your team. And also having it while playing defense, you have a longer reach. So if someone is maybe taller or further away and they're taking a shot, you can try getting your stick out there and getting a cover on their stick to stop the shot.
And Gliva won the face-off after the goal, bringing it back into the offensive zone. Hopefully this goal can provide some momentum for the Crusaders. It looked like St. Lawrence had the momentum after their goal, so maybe Brother Rice can build off that goal and try to get another. As Gliva finds O'Malley. O'Malley rips a shot on net, and he shoots, he scores. Making it a 2-1 game for the Crusaders with 2 minutes and 23 seconds left. Brother Rice just struck twice there within a short amount of time. This is big for the Crusaders. If they could build off these 2 goals, possibly add a third here, they could easily take the momentum and run with this lead against a St. Lawrence team that's coming off a 25-1 loss to Loyola. So obviously they're going to be struggling and playing desperate here.
Yeah, definitely. It looks as though the Crusaders sort of just picked apart the St. Lawrence's defense, which is definitely something they need to remember how to continuously do in order to score and have a bigger lead.
This Crusader team, they could use a big win against a Catholic League opponent. They just dropped their last game to St. Lawrence. This is a young team. You don't want to see them string together a couple losses in a row. If they could get a win, a small come-from-behind win against St. Lawrence, that'll be big for the experience of the younger players, just because to build off of a big win like this as the season goes on and possibly make a run at the Catholic League Championship. That ball's out of bounds. St. Lawrence will bring it back in. Their defenseman looking for a player. He's being pressured by Kroll. Crusaders again applying pressure around the midfield. Gavin Flynn does a nice job forcing them back. Ball's loose around midfield. Nobody can see the game possession. It's going close out of bounds. And it goes onto the track. It's a Brother Rice possession, but the St. Lawrence coaches are a little angered over that. They thought their player was closer. It looked like the bench on the other side of the field got in his way, possibly obstructing him from making the play. As St. Lawrence will bring it in now. They've got the chance. And List stops him cold as the ball bounces out around the 40-yard line. It's a big play by Andrew List, the netminder for the Crusaders there. As there's a flag on the play, the Crusaders are going to try to set something up. Ethan McCarthy shoots and scores, making it a 3-1 game with 1:22 left. That was big for the Crusaders there. They made a nice breakout, a quick pass, and got the shot in the goal there. What does this do for the momentum of the game, David?
Well, either way, they would have had momentum right there as the delayed penalty, as the referee let them play on. Even if they weren't able to score, they would have an advantage. They'd have a one-man advantage, which is fantastic for the Crusaders, as they had definitely St. Lawrence looks a little fatigued, so the Crusaders could have ripped apart the St. Lawrence defense.
And we've seen, you mentioned St. Lawrence might be fatigued. We really haven't seen much of their bench. We've seen a couple substitutions come in for the Crusaders and bring them some fresh energy. I believe McCarthy might have been a sub. I don't think I saw him out there for the start. So these Crusaders, they're playing with their bench. They're getting lots of guys in there. Everybody's coming in there fired up, trying to get some momentum going for the team. And it's just resulted in a 3-1 lead close to the end of the first quarter with just over a minute left. And it seems like they're really just playing energized. St. Lawrence is struggling here. They're playing desperate. They're trying to get something going as the Crusaders get a turnover, bring it in to the offensive zone. Kroll with the front of the net. He shoots, he scores. His second of the game. 4-1 for the Crusaders with a minute and 1 second left in the first quarter.
Well, Leo, looking right here, we were just talking about St. Lawrence not playing their bench that much. It looks like the athletes on St. Lawrence are younger, so that might have an effect on this. They might be new to the game, or they just might be waiting to put them in until the Crusaders seem a little fatigued.
It's definitely a strategy coaching lacrosse because, like you said, the Crusaders are jumping out early, but maybe St. Lawrence is saving some of their better bench players for later after Kroll and Flynn and all the other Crusaders star players are tired out. But you'd really think if you're losing 4-1, you'd want to get something going.
Well, you know, that's the great thing about lacrosse. It's easy to come back. Well, it's not super easy, but it's very easy because such a small ball and such a area to shoot in. It's definitely a lot easier to regain when you're losing.
We've definitely seen it's easy to score. The Crusaders have scored 3 goals in just under 4 minutes. So this deficit isn't huge to overcome. If Brother Rice can do it, St. Lawrence can do it too. But you'd have to think they need to get some here as the first quarter's about to end. A goal here would be huge for the Vikings. But the Crusader defense is going to look to play some lockdown D and the first quarter with the lead. We mentioned the St. Lawrence team might be young. The Crusaders are also a young team. We see they have a lot of sophomores on their team. Ethan Hedke, Ethan McCarthy, and Mike LaBella, Andrew Thompson. This is a good sophomore class across the board for the Crusaders. We've seen lots of sophomore football players have success. We've seen sophomores on the varsity baseball team. These sophomore lacrosse players might be just as good.
Definitely, I played with some of these kids back in grammar school, and they were definitely the stars of the team. And that actually shows how sports work and how sports sometimes work in high school. The stars, the fantastic players, they're generally the ones that get rewarded in high school. They try hard. They definitely gave it their all in grade school, and it's paying off right now as they're going to receive varsity letters for possibly all 4 years of high school and maybe even be a captain, which is great when you're applying to college.
And as the first quarter ends, the Crusaders lead the Vikings 4-1. That was a huge quarter for the Crusaders. They took the deficit early, but then they kept their composure and came back, scoring 4 goals in a quick span of time. What were your takeaways from that quarter, Dave?
Well, if I were the coach on St. Lawrence, I'd be thinking about substitutions and who I can put in, who really at this point wants to be a game changer, who wants to help the team, even just hold the deficit by 3 points. And if I'm the Crusaders coach right now, I'm extremely happy, but I'm not. I wouldn't be showing it that I'm happy to the players because I don't want them to think that they've done it all, they're done, they don't need to do anything more.
Right, you made a good point there. The Crusaders, they went off to a good start. They've had momentum. They've kept their composure, but they need to be able to keep this pace for 4 quarters. You don't want to show your best game in the first quarter because then you're giving St. Lawrence a chance to come back into this game. They need to keep up that pace they had for that first quarter and maintain it for 3 more quarters, 12 minutes each, which will be a tough task for the Crusader team because we know St. Lawrence will not give up. The teams will switch sides as Andrew Liss goes to his net. Al's Beef, Dave. Dave Hoey, Brother Rice class of 1973, purchased the rights to Al's #1 Italian beef restaurant. A longtime customer himself since 1971, Mr. Hoey saw the potential and expanded the local legend to other markets, opening the first franchise location in Tinley Park, Illinois in 2001. Al's Beef is a proud sponsor of Brother Rice. Please visit their website at alsbeef.com. As Gleva is set to take the face-off to open the second quarter, Brother Rice, again with a 4-1 lead. This could be a huge quarter in terms of the game because St. Lawrence had a chance to regroup, get some rest. It looks like they've got most of their starters out. We didn't see any substitutions coming there. Another quick whistle. Brother Rice will take the ball back in. Gleva bringing it in. He's going to play with it, looking for a teammate. Breaks to the left side. Trying to get past the St. Lawrence defenders. He's going to pass to his teammate Ryan O'Malley. O'Malley looking for a pass. Finds Selman. Finds Kroll behind the net. Kroll tries to get the shot off, just barely misses. It looks like Selman's going to get to that before the Vikings, making it a Crusader ball. That's Selman, the senior, bringing it in. Passes across the field to Gleva. Gleva taking his time behind the net, looking for options. Not favoring one side. Passes to a teammate in front of the net. Couldn't get the shot off there. St. Lawrence brings it back to midfield. They're going to rush it in. Dan Mueller pressuring the Lawrence defender, or the attacker. Now St. Lawrence bringing it back in. Right around the 35-yard line, they're just going to pass it right back to each other. Looks like they're making a substitution. Number 88 is going to check in the game. There's some confusion on their sidelines about that. St. Lawrence bringing it in to the offensive zone. Gavin Flynn pressuring again. St. Lawrence setting up shot behind the net. One of their teammates, one of their players is trying to get a shot off, but again, good defense by the Crusaders. They're forcing St. Lawrence behind the net like we saw in the first quarter. The Vikings trying to get something going. Bring it back to the top of the zone. Number 88's looking for an option. But O'Malley getting physical in there, wins the ball back, bringing it across midfield. Crusaders trying to get something going. That's going to go out of bounds. The St. Lawrence attacker just barely dove in to get that, making it a Viking ball. Or I believe it's the Crusader possession as Ryan O'Malley brings it in. Pulls a swim move over the defender. Trying to get it in. Shoots. That just bounced over the net into the bushes behind the net. We really haven't seen too much of the Crusaders in the offensive zone, Dave. What do they have to do to regroup and get the ball back to the offensive zone and get more shots on net?
Well, it looks as though there might be some freshmen in right now, so I think they're just looking for experience. I'm not sure they're looking to widen the lead. Widen the lead.
Yeah, it might be a strategy the Crusaders are trying to implement here. Instead of trying to play aggressive and extend their lead, possibly taking risks, they're just going to sit back and play tight defense and prevent St. Lawrence from getting back in this game. But 4-1 is a low score even for a lacrosse game. This is you typically see teams score double digits. Maybe the Crusaders aren't trying to get to that just yet. As Gliva passes it to O'Malley. O'Malley finds a teammate and gets it back to Gliva. Gliva's looking for an option. Finds O'Malley again. O'Malley tries to get the shot off. That looks like it was deflected. We'll go out of bounds again. We're really seeing St. Lawrence kind of bunch up in front of their net, taking away any shooting opportunities for the Crusaders. We've seen at least 3 shots this quarter where they tried to take the shot, but it hits a Viking in front of the net and goes away. So Vikings will bring the ball in. One of the defenders just gets past the Crusader. Big hit by Ed Selman there. It looks like there was a flag on that hit, possibly a cross check. Either way, the Vikings will play with it. They know they have the advantage coming. It was broken up by Mueller in front of the net. We'll see exactly what that call was. Selman's taking position in the penalty area. We haven't seen the official signal from the referees, but it looked like it might have been a cross check. That would be an illegal body check, not a cross check for Selman. He's going to have to sit for a minute, as the Crusaders will be down a man.
That was a good call by the referee, as it's always important to keep the players on each team safe, and that could knock the wind out of someone, and it's never good to have the wind knocked out of you. If you've ever experienced it, it's quite painful, and it could last for a few seconds.
And with 8:40 left in the second quarter, you don't want to see this game get out of hand. If guys start throwing cheap shots, you really just need to enforce that and keep everybody safe as this game progresses. Now St. Lawrence will pass it around. They're doing a good job of keeping the Vikings outside. St. Lawrence just keeps passing it. They've got plenty of time. They're taking their time with the ball, not trying to force a shot, as Gavin Flynn takes the ball away, rushing it across midfield. Tries to get a shot on net. That was broken up. There was a good play by Flynn, one of the senior leaders for this team. And his brother, Pat Flynn, was in there. It looks like he will pick up the ball for a possession for the Crusaders. Flynn fakes a pass. He's looking around for a teammate. Mike Harmoning is number 1. We've been thinking that was Pat Flynn. The Crusaders even now as Selman returns to the field. Ryan O'Malley makes a spin, looking for a teammate in front of net. Gets the shot just barely goes wide. Looks like it's a Viking possession. Richard Godsell checks into the game, playing in the midfield position. The ball sails out of bounds onto the track. Ryan O'Malley brings the ball back in the zone, passes it across the field, broken up by the Vikings. St. Lawrence attack. Looks like he was brought down there. There will be a flag there. Not sure which Crusader that was. It looks like it's Jake Kroll that got the call there. One of the Crusaders' senior leaders. You don't want to see a penalty from them, but it looked like he took that penalty in the sake of stopping them from making a play. It'll be a tripping infraction for Kroll. Puts the Crusaders at a disadvantage, so they'll take a timeout. If you're Brother Rice coach Hilliard, what's going through your mind as you're trying to talk to your players here with 7 minutes left in the second quarter?
Well, right now, I would not be pleased with my team. That's 2 penalties within 4 minutes of each other. That's definitely showing that the Crusaders might be getting a little fatigued and might be making stupid plays and trying to do whatever they can instead of doing whatever they can in a sportsmanlike conduct.
Well, yeah, we saw them early in the first quarter. They were playing with this intense pace. They were making plays, making crisp passes, getting lots of shots on net. But then this quarter, they've really lost that pace. They're taking lazy penalties. They're not making good passes. They're taking bad shots. They really just need to correct this play and try to get things going with 7 minutes left in the second quarter. This game's far from over.
Well, I'm gonna take back what I said. I wouldn't be super angry because the Crusaders have not let up a goal yet this quarter, which is very good. So the defense might not be fatigued, but the offense definitely.
And the defense, they've had a lot of action this quarter, so they've been standing strong. We've seen a great performance from Gavin Flynn, just really doing a good job forcing guys to the outside. We saw him create that turnover and rush the ball up. So he's been doing a good job. Hopefully the rest of the team can build off that, see him stepping up and try to play like him. As St. Lawrence inbounds the ball, passing it around, trying to get something going. The Crusaders have 5 men back. They're just going to let St. Lawrence pass it, try to take away a shot. So they get it to the below the net, back up to the top. They find a guy in the middle, but 2 guys will break that up. As now one of their attackers brings it behind the net. St. Lawrence brings it up to the top of the field, right around the 30-yard line. They're trying to get something going, but the Crusader defense is doing a good job at keeping them to the outside and taking away the shooting lanes. Just as one of their players tries to get in at Liss, that ball bounced over the net. Andrew Liss didn't really have to make too much of a play there. St. Lawrence bringing it in. One of their players behind the net. Mueller trying to pressure. That ball will go out of bounds. It looks like Liss got the possession for the Crusaders. We saw lots of hustle from the goalie there. Liss brings it back in. Finds Thompson. Thompson, the defender, bringing it up. Crosses the half-field line. He loses the ball. It'll go on the Crusader bench. Viking ball. The Crusaders thought there was a slash there. That might have been why they just let the ball go. But now St. Lawrence will have an opportunity to bring the ball back in. The Vikings bringing it in. Steve Sismarski pressuring the Viking attacker, who will pass it up to the top. They're just going to try to get a shot. Liss with a big save there. I think he let that one hit him. It might have got a piece of his stick, but it was a good job by the goalie to sacrifice that. And now the Crusaders look like they'll get a man advantage. That was Thompson. Got knocked down there.
So that'll be slashing on the Vikings. And that definitely is, in my opinion, one of the most dangerous things someone could do in lacrosse. Because slashing slashing is when you hit their stick or their body parts instead of their stick. So if you hit their body part, you could potentially break a bone, which is one of the worst things that could happen to any athlete.
Right, these lacrosse sticks, they can almost be weapons with that head. I mean, you're swinging that at a high velocity and you're taking that off the shin. That's dangerous. Now the Crusaders will score. Looks like that was Ryan O'Malley, the senior, making it a 5-1 game for the Crusaders with 5 minutes and 5 seconds left in the second quarter.
Number 13, Ryan O'Malley, with an assist.
We've seen Ryan O'Malley just playing really good in the offensive zone so far in this game. He's really just been the leader of the offense, generating a lot, and it's nice to see he got rewarded with a goal there late in the second quarter. Gliva preparing for the face-off. Looks like the referees are trying to instruct the players. We're going to readjust slightly, and now looks like we'll get the face-off. Gliva trying to get the ball. He wins it back for the Crusaders. Looking for a teammate. He's getting pressured by the Vikings attacker. He's looking for an option. Finds McCarthy. We'll pass it over to Selman. Selman finds Kroll, but he just couldn't control that pass, and now he's got 2 Vikings on him, but he'll break free. Tries to get to the front of the net, but that one just barely misses teammate O'Malley. It'll go out of bounds. Looks like the Crusaders will bring it in. Or no, St. Lawrence possession. They got there first. St. Lawrence playing in midfield. Good pressure by Kroll. That Viking fans thought that might have been a slash, but there was no call there. Gavin Flynn with the steal there. He just stuck his stick up, and the ball went in. I'm not sure if that was intended or not, but now he'll bring it over to midfield. Finds Gliva. Gliva shakes off a defender, looking for a teammate. Passes it over to Kroll. And now Selman will pick it up. Does his head fake. And we'll get it back up to the top to McCarthy. McCarthy passes it back to O'Malley. Just brings it right back to McCarthy. Looking for an option, taking his time at the top. Throws it back to Jake Kroll. Passes over across to Paul Gliva. Gliva's going to try to make a run at the net. Gets his shot off, but doesn't quite get to the net. Now St. Lawrence will take the ball back up the field. Now we have a timeout by St. Lawrence. We saw the Crusaders kind of come back with some inspired effort after that timeout. What do you think the Crusaders need to focus on now in this timeout with some chance to regroup and get some momentum going?
Well, right now they need to first the coach is probably going to give Gavin Flynn a pat on the back for that interception right there. But he's definitely going to – I think he's going to be talking about more passing, especially short and quicker passes. Because I've seen long passes, but unfortunately the long passes aren't going to do much unless you're unless it's up to the offensive player who's on a breakaway or who could be on a breakaway.
Yeah, we've seen the Crusaders. They've been making some better passes at the end right there. We saw lots from O'Malley to McCarthy. Just the short passes were working, which might be a strategy they can build off as the game goes on, because we saw the long passes might be risky. I think that's what they were trying to do in this third quarter. But with 3:25 left in the second quarter, it looks like they've found what's working for them and are going to try to keep it going against St. Lawrence. He's just trying to get something going here, trailing 5-1. They struck first, but really haven't done much since then. They've had lots of opportunities as the Crusaders have taken penalties, but just the Crusader defense has been doing a great job of not letting them get many shots to Andrew List. As we set to resume, St. Lawrence will look to bring it into the offensive zone. The Crusaders are playing physical there. St. Lawrence just gets past it. We see Szymarski pressuring him. They get that to the front of the net, but List will smother that ball in front of the net. He's going to pass it up back to Thompson. Thompson throws it down the field. With that long pass we talked about earlier, doesn't find Kroll. Selman's going to try to get it. Looks like St. Lawrence will recover it. Now they'll try the long pass. Again, that one doesn't get complete. It looks like Szymarski got that. Now he loses possession of the ball. As it goes behind the net, St. Lawrence recovers it. And List with a big save in front of the net. He's going to look to make a pass. Leaves his crease area and throws it over to Dan Mueller, number 44. Makes a move. It looked like he caught a slash up high, but no call there. He lost the ball because of that potential slash. Now the ball is bouncing around. The Crusaders are trying to get something going here. Solomon waving his stick around. Couldn't get the ball there. This is Marcy trying to pressure him there. And now Gavin Flynn will take a chance. It looks like he made the hit there and no call there. Just freeing the Viking from the ball. St. Lawrence gets it back. Trying to set something up. Crusader defense is doing a good job of sending multiple players to the ball carrier.
On that previous Viking run, Gavin Flynn, that was phenomenal. He tangled up the player, confused him, and I think the player ended up tripping on himself, which definitely is great for the Crusaders. But it's phenomenal for Gavin Flynn.
Gavin Flynn's definitely one of the best players on this Crusader team. We've mentioned earlier that he's going to be playing collegiate lacrosse next year at St. Ambrose. So obviously he's got some talent for this game. He's a lockdown defender. He's played at some high-level experience, and he just made a smart play there that few players in this game can make. St. Lawrence trying to get something in front of the net. Looks like their player was knocked down.
1 minute, play and a half. 1 minute.
As we enter the final minute and a half, the ball rolls to half field. St. Lawrence picks it up. They're trying to get something going here. Their player's rushing, playing with a little urgency. Gets a shot on that, but that was knocked down by Liss as it goes out of bounds behind the net. Looks like that'll be a St. Lawrence ball with 44 seconds left to go in the first half. Vikings are trying to get something going here. Try to make that pass across to one of their teammates. Lose control. St. Lawrence took another timeout there to stop the clock. Now what's the strategy for the Crusaders here? They're in their defensive end with 28 seconds left in the half. They've got the lead, but they don't want to give up a goal here because that could be big for St. Lawrence's momentum. What are they trying to do here on defense?
Well, right now I'd have as many deep pulls in as I could possibly have on the defensive end, on the defensive side. And if I was St. Lawrence right now, I'd be thinking either hold it or score. It's definitely going into the end of this second quarter, down 6-1 or 7-1 or even more is not good. That's definitely gonna hurt the Vikings at the end, going into the end of the first half.
A big goal here could really dampen St. Lawrence's spirits and just make them almost give up in the second half. But Brother Rice, they do have the task in hand of the ball in their defensive zone. You know, Gavin Flynn's made some big plays. Hopefully him or somebody else, Mueller or Thompson, can step up, force the play downfield. And saying that, we've seen the Crusaders, again, try those long passes downfield. They haven't really worked. Are they going to have to try another Hail Mary pass here at the end, or are are they going to try their short passing game and hopefully it works quick?
Well, if I was one of the players on the Crusaders, if I was to get the ball, I think I would just go with short passes because slow and steady up the field, just like they say, slow and steady wins the race. I think slow and steady up the field with nice short passes will keep the Crusaders from losing their lead.
Right, that's definitely what's been working for them. They've just been making these short passes and they've almost been slowing down the pace of the game. We haven't seen a lot of running around. They're just keeping their calm. But now St. Lawrence will try to bring it in and make one last attempt to score before the end of the half. Looks like they're going to try to run out the clock a bit. As they make the pass to the front of net, just barely beats Liss. They had the player behind the net running around, kind of taking the Crusaders off balance, and then they find that pass in front of the net.
Number 3.
And the number 3 just got the ball in and scored. That's a tough break for the Crusaders. They can't let this affect them with 12 seconds left in the half as they head into halftime. What's the mentality after giving up a goal like that late in a quarter or even a half as you go on to prepare for the next quarter?
Well, I'd still be feeling good. 5-2, 3-point lead. That's definitely something I think about. Keep my head up. It's never good to have your head down, especially in a game like this, especially in a sport like this, where the score can change instantaneously.
The Crusaders, again, they've been the better team for most of this game. They can't let a late goal affect them. As now Gliva tries to get one last shot. They'll go out of bounds with 5 seconds left. The Crusaders have dealt with adversity this game. They were down early, and I think they'll be able to bounce back quick from this goal.
And that'll bring us to the end of this second quarter, the end of the first half. Definitely been a great game by both teams, as the Vikings have been playing strong, trying to tie and possibly take the lead. But the Crusaders are holding on to this lead, making sure that they can hold it for the rest of the game.
And we're going to take a short break here, but we'll be back after halftime with more Brother Rice Lacrosse. And we're back here for the second half of this Brother Rice Lacrosse game against the St. Lawrence Vikings. For all who missed the first half, Brother Rice leads 5-2. After trailing 1-0 early in the game, the Crusaders got 4 quick goals and added a 5th later. But St. Lawrence struck back late at the end of the first half to make this a 5-2 game. This game's far from over as we still have 2 quarters left. Steve Sismarski gets a shot on that, but the St. Lawrence goaltender catch it, and now he runs behind his net, trying to set up a play. Kroll's pressuring both players. Swings his stick trying to break that up, but the goaltender will cover it and get it to one of his defenders. St. Lawrence bringing it in. Brother Rice trying to get something going on defense. Now St. Lawrence will take another timeout. We've seen them use 2 of their timeouts in the first half. Now they'll use another here early in the second half. Obviously, St. Lawrence has some kind of strategy they're trying to implement that isn't working. What's going through Brother Rice's mind right now is they know they have their opponents on edge.
Well, I was going to say just that. I think the Crusader coaches are definitely giving each player a pat on the back, saying, great job, you're doing exactly what you need to do, because you're confusing St. Lawrence's offense, obviously, if they're not able to do their thing. The Crusaders are definitely going to be going out there strong and ready.
And we saw maybe in the first half the Crusaders didn't get the best start since they let St. Lawrence score early, but this half they've really came out firing. There's only 11-13 left in the third quarter, but they've just came out at a fast pace that seems to be confusing St. Lawrence. We saw them in the first and second quarter just kind of sitting back and letting St. Lawrence play in their defense, trapping them almost. But here we saw Brother Rice attacking them, trying to force a turnover there right on the 40-yard line. Now St. Lawrence is going to try to bring it in again. And their attacker brings it in, trying to get behind the net. Finds a teammate in front of the net. It's broken up by the Crusader defense. Liss might have got a piece of that as Mueller passes it up to Selman. Selman loses it, and St. Lawrence is going to bring it in again. They're bringing it right up the middle, but Liss bats that away. Loses sight of it, but it looks like it went to the bushes behind the net. It was a good play by Liss there. We've definitely seen why he's capable of playing collegiate lacrosse tonight. Oh, he just lets one sneak in, and I think that went right between his legs, making it a 5-3 game. What went wrong for the Crusaders there, David?
Just looks like defensive errors. The Vikings coach, possibly the last time out, told his team that the Crusaders are doing this with their defense. So the Vikings need to do the opposite of that.
That was almost a fluky goal. We saw Liss position himself on the post, taking away any space, and that one just found an opening through his legs and snuck in. But Liss was in the right position, but the Crusader defense just let that guy get in the area to take that shot, which they can't let happen. And now that comfortable lead they had in the first half is now a 2-goal lead. But now Jake Kroll scores his 3rd of the game, answering right back to that Viking goal, making it a 6-3 game for Brother Rice with 10 minutes and 38 seconds left in the third quarter.
That's good for the Crusaders as they just gave up 1 goal and answered right back. Definitely momentum has shifted. The Crusaders are possibly going to go out strong right now and hopefully score a few more.
Well, we've seen St. Lawrence isn't going to give up. They're hanging in this game, so Brother Rice, they need to kind of focus on offense more, try to get something going here. And that goal by Kroll there really can help energize them as this second half goes on. And we said earlier this might have the potential to be a high-scoring game. It looks like the second half might be a lot more high-scoring than the first half. St. Lawrence is playing the ball behind the net. Crusaders are keeping them to the outside of Melissa's right side. They're just passing it around, taking time with the ball, trying to keep it slow, backing it up right around the midfield. Passing it to the left side now. Liss's left side, that is. Now they're trying to get something going. Their attacker pulls a spin move on Flynn. Another spin move. But Liss gets a piece of that. Bats it to the front of that. St. Lawrence is trying to get something, but he's got 4 Crusaders on him. And now they're trying to break it in. We see Richard Godsell forcing him to the outside. Now the ball's behind the net. St. Lawrence attacker just taking his time with that. Tries to get something on Liss, and he scores.
Well, I'm noticing here, so Liss looks like he's right-handed. So when the ball is to the outside of him, it's harder for him because he only has the butt of his stick to block the shot and his elbow. So if Lawrence is able to jump and go to his left, go to Andrew Liss's left side, then they have a higher percentage of probability of scoring there.
And it looked like the St. Lawrence attacker just made a quick move. He faked like he was going to go outside, then he came right back at Liss and took that close range shot. Might have thrown him off guard a little bit there, but we've seen Liss been able to bounce back, and the Crusader offense has played really good after giving up goals in this game. With 9:32 left in the third quarter, this one's really shaping up to be a real shootout. Gliva taking the face off. There's a whistle, Crusader possession. Gliva bringing it in. Tries to throw it across to Pat Flynn, number 2. Now Ed Selman trying to get something going. He's pushed by the Vikings. And now Ryan O'Malley trying to get a shot. Finds Kroll behind the net. Kroll passes it to Gliva, but that one didn't quite get there. So now Ray McCann's going to pick it up. McCann looking for a teammate. He's going to run around. Does some nice stick work. We really see just Ray McCann just taking his time at the top of the zone. Now he's running in with one hand on his stick, looking for an option. McCann again just running with that one-handed style. Rips a shot on net that goes just over. And now Jake Kroll's going to bring it in. He's looking for a pass. Gets it to the front, and that tried to get the shot there. Was knocked down by the Vikings. Now there's some confusion in front of that. The Crusaders trying to get the ball. O'Malley pressuring the Viking defender. So they make that long pass downfield. Doesn't quite find anyone. Andrew Liss is going to leave his net to play it. There's a flag on the play. That'll be a slash on. That'll be interference on St. Lawrence. We saw a slashing. We saw that kind of on the long pass. One of their players got against the Crusader defender and pushed him out of the way. Obviously slashing him with his stick, giving Liss the opportunity to play the ball. Now we see Brother Rice getting set, ready to bring the ball in. This will be number 42, Andrew Thompson. Now O'Malley will be bringing it in right at the 50-yard line. Gets set, waiting for the signal from the referee. Got lots of space. St. Lawrence isn't going to rush up to attack him. Playing with 5 men close to the net. Now Harmoning with the ball. Passes behind the net to Hadkey. Hadkey looking for an option. Finds Selman. Selman rips the shot, but I believe a Viking defender got a piece of that, forced it to the outside. Now Selman passing around to Hadkey. He was knocked down, but got the shot off. Unfortunately, St. Lawrence goaltender stopped it. Now that ball will sail out of bounds onto the track. It'll be a Brother Rice ball. Looks like Gliva's going to be the one bringing it in. Now we see Paul Gliva, the junior, with the ball. Pulls a fake pass, and he's going to bring it in himself. Gleva has room. Finds gets it to Salmon. Looks like the Viking goaltender got a piece of that, resulting in a fast break for them, bringing it upfield. O'Malley's pressuring him, trying to get a hit. The St. Lawrence fans thought that might have been a penalty, but no call by the referees. Now O'Malley, fighting off one defender, passes it up to Selman. Ed Selman, the senior, bringing it across the 30-yard line. Looking for someone to pass to. He's got Mike Harmony across the field, but he's going to take the shot for himself. He shoots it, just barely goes wide. St. Lawrence will have the ball. Ethan Hadkey pressuring the man behind the net. Almost had that, but the St. Lawrence goaltender got that. Now we see the Crusaders still pressuring the Viking defenders as they're trying to get something going. This time it's Selman. Now they're making the long pass downfield. Looks like one of their players was able to pick it up. Trying to get through the Crusader defenders. And they score again. Number 3 makes it a 6-5 game with 6 minutes and 23 seconds left in the third quarter. And we saw the long stretch pass downfield. What did the Crusader defenders do wrong in preparing for that attack by the Vikings?
Well, they're not really thinking about what's going to happen next. They're thinking about what's happening in the present. They need to think about the future, what could possibly happen, and if something bad happens, where do I need to be? So the Crusaders, they're thinking, oh, the ball's on our side. There doesn't look like there's going to be a quick change of possession, but there was. And so they had to have fast thinking, and unfortunately they haven't had to think that fast this entire game. So that just brought to the breaking up of their entire defense.
We kind of saw there, they had the momentum in the offensive zone. It looked like they were going to score one there, and then all of a sudden St. Lawrence got the quick possession. The Crusaders might have still had some men in the defensive zone trying to pressure them, which resulted in that long pass downfield and giving St. Lawrence the odd man opportunity to score there. Now Gleva will take the face-off, tries to get it upfield. It's in his feet. There's some commotion. Now it'll be a Crusader ball. Richard Godsell will hustle out the field as Ethan McCarthy, the sophomore from Clissold Grammar School, checks in. Gleva finds Ryan O'Malley. Passes it over to McCarthy. McCarthy throws it to one of his teammates, Sismarski. Sismarski loses possession. Now the St. Lawrence midfielder will bring it downfield. He does a cutback to try to give some time for his teammates to get downfield. Crusaders just keeping him right around the Brother Rice logo at half field. Number 3 bringing it in. There was a call there resulting in a Brother Rice possession, but Brother Rice just lost the ball. Steve Sismarski loses his stick on that. There's a flag. Not sure if that's on St. Lawrence or Sismarski did something there in that collision. That'll be a trip by Sismarski, resulting in a man disadvantage for the Crusaders. We've really seen Brother Rice do a better job at cutting back on the penalties. Do you think this could possibly give St. Lawrence an opportunity to tie the game here with 5 minutes and 29 seconds left in the third quarter?
Definitely. I mean, the Crusaders have been very well having one man down. But I think the Vikings here, they're thinking fresh. They're thinking new opportunities. They definitely went into this second half thinking 0-0, not thinking 5-2.
St. Lawrence has really done a good job hanging around. This might be the break they need to tie this game up and possibly swing momentum their way. But Brother Rice, they've been relying on their defense a lot tonight. Hopefully they can step up big, get something going for the team. And St. Lawrence has the ball in front of the net. Brother Rice doing a good job forcing them away from the ball. I believe that was McCann breaking up the play there. Number 3 for St. Lawrence is going to try to bring it back in. Passes it up to the top. Godsell doing a good job forcing it out. Now we're going to see St. Lawrence bring it back. Sismarski returns to the field. No damage done on that disadvantage. Vikings just passing it around. They're trying to find an open shot, taking their time looking for that shot, not trying to rush anything. Playing it behind the net as Dan Mueller tries to force him off. And the Vikings score. That was number 3 again. A tie game now with 4 minutes and 17 seconds left in the third quarter. We did not expect this from St. Lawrence in the second half. What have you seen from them that's impressed you so far early in this half?
They've been their strategy changed from the first half. Now they're taking it more. They're taking it more careful. The passes, they're shorter, they're faster, just what the Crusaders need. But the Vikings have them instead of the Crusaders. Definitely, if the Crusaders realize that they need to do these short, quick passes and get off the quick shots at any opportunity they have, instead of waiting, they could possibly take back the lead.
Now the referees are inspecting the stick of number 3, possibly checking for a violation, but it'll still be a good goal. And the thing we mentioned about St. Lawrence, it almost sounds like their offense is like a basketball strategy. They're making short passes to the close guy, taking their time looking for the open shot, and that seems to be working for them in this second half. So they've put up 4 goals in just a short span of time. Now Paul Gliva will try to take the face off, trying to get something going for the Crusaders. Face off. Stoppage of play, but Gliva got it. Possession for the Crusaders. Richard Godsell comes out the field and Dylan Mish checks in. Gliva bringing it in. Looking for a shot. It was broken up by 2 Vikings there. Right in front of Gliva. Now St. Lawrence is trying to get something going downfield. One of their attackers, number 6, bringing it in. Trying to get a shot on Liss. Liss stonewalled them there and forcing the ball out of bounds. It'll be a St. Lawrence ball, but it was a good job by Andrew Liss not giving any opportunity for them to get that shot on net. St. Lawrence trying to get a shot in front of the net. We've seen 2 goals this half from number 3, but Gavin Flynn does a good job taking the ball away from him there. St. Lawrence forces a turnover right around midfield. Looking for a pass. Number 3 bringing it in, tries to spin off of Godsell. But the St. Gerald alum forces him outside. Well, now there's a flag potentially on Godsell. Now we have this stoppage of play. We'll see what this call was for. Looks like it was on Godsell. That was a slashing call. David, it looks like St. Lawrence is trying to get up close to Andrew Liss when they're taking these shots. We've seen at least 2 goals this quarter just be from right in front of him. It looks like they've almost found his weakness and are trying to exploit it. How will the Brother Rice defense have to adjust to stop this strategy?
The Brother Rice defense needs to collapse a little bit more. The St. Lawrence defense definitely realized that too. They collapsed and gave Brother Rice a wider zone on the offensive side. So I think if the Crusaders are to have a tighter defense, then the St. Lawrence would play the ball more on the outside, and once they get up to the inside, it's harder for them to score at such a tiny target.
And we just saw Liss make the save there from a long-range shot. He's definitely a lot more comfortable with these long-range shots, so that's probably why St. Lawrence is trying to exploit the front of the net. But Brother Rice just needs to keep their composure. They've been playing good defense for the majority of this game. It's anybody's game right now with 2 minutes and 38 seconds left. They could possibly just try to get a quick goal here and change the flow of the momentum. As now St. Lawrence will bring it up right around midfield. Paul Gliva tries to pressure him. He's bringing it right to the top of the offensive zone. St. Lawrence passing it down low. We see they do have a man in front of the net. Now he fades away. They pass it, try to get a shot off, but it looks like List got a piece of that, and now it'll go out of bounds. Another St. Lawrence possession. St. Lawrence is going to bring it in. Their man taking plenty of time. He's just staying calm, looking for a pass. Finds number 3, who's probably one of St. Lawrence's best players in the offensive zone. And now they're trying to get something going, but that ball goes loose. Gliva was trying to make that play there. He'll gain possession. Picks it up. He's running. He's got speed going. He tries to get a shot on that. That's blocked away. Steve Szymarski picks it up, looking for a pass. He tried to find his man Ed Selman there across the field, but didn't get it. Now Ryan O'Malley will pick it up, pulls a swim, just barely misses the net there. With Ethan Hedke behind the net, he's going to look to get something going. Or, my bad, that's Jake Kroll, the senior, the St. Ambrose commit. Kroll looking to get something going. Tries to find Gliva in front of the net. That'll go bounce away. Now Selman will pick it up. Selman with a head fake. Finds McCarthy at the top of the offensive zone. McCarthy has plenty of space to try to run something in. He's got Szymarski at the top of the zone. St. Lawrence is going to try to cut that off, but Szymarski will get the ball. Will run to the right side. Throws it over to Ryan O'Malley. O'Malley's considering his options. Finds Gliva. Gliva trying to get something going. Shoots it just over the net. That'll go out of bounds. It looks like Brother Rice gained possession, and Jake Kroll will now take it in. Kroll's got 45 seconds to make a play here. He goes to the left side of the net. He's got Selman up high. There's a flag on the field. Looks like it's going to be a slash, so Brother Rice has some time to play with here. Now we're going to get the call here for a power play for the Crusaders. That'll be a slash. Looked like Kroll took that high, possibly off the head. He was smart there. He didn't try to force anything. He knew St. Lawrence couldn't touch the ball. So hopefully Brother Rice can try to get something going here. It's a tie game at 6 with 32 seconds left in the third quarter. A quick goal here could change the game going into the fourth quarter, David, right?
Definitely a change in momentum here. Just the Crusaders, possibly even just a really good shot will help them and will encourage them to take that type of shot over and over and possibly score on it.
And Gliva tried to take that shot there. It was redirected and out of bounds. And now the Crusaders, with 19 seconds left, trying to get something going. Selman looking for the shot. Passes it up to O'Malley. O'Malley shoots and scores. His 4th goal of the game. Nice job by the senior there. That was a great assist by Selman. He didn't try to take the shot. He faked it from a low area. Might not have been the best chance to take a shot. And threw it to O'Malley, who was right at the top of the zone. Just got that great shot off. Might have caught the goalie by surprise as it just blasted right past him.
You know, definitely that was a nice technique. More on the Crusaders. It definitely looks like that's a shot that they practice a lot and are trying to perfect it because it obviously works.
That was just a great opportunity to take the shot from. Right up the middle, he had a good line of sight on the goalie. You'd think St. Lawrence would want to put a man on him, but whatever their strategy is, leaving a man open right at the top, I guess the Crusaders will take that. O'Malley definitely benefited from that. With 12 seconds left in the third quarter, the Crusaders lead 7-6. Now Gliva braces for the face-off. Got 7 seconds to work with. Try to get a quick shot off. He's looking for someone. Finds Ray McCann. Ray just barely misses the top of the net. Ending the third quarter. That was a lot different than the first half, David. We saw Brother Rice, again, playing with their pace, but then St. Lawrence crept back into that game, tied it up, and then we saw Ryan O'Malley give the Crusaders the lead at the end. What is the Brother Rice strategy for the fourth quarter? What do they need to improve on, and what do they need to keep doing?
Well, I would say play safe, but no high school teams play safe. They want to try and expand the lead as much as they can. So the further they can expand the lead, the better it'll be. And then they might choose to play it safe and take home the W, or keep the W at here.
All right, Brother Rice just needs to keep playing with composure. We really haven't seen him play with too much anxiety almost. They haven't been trying to force plays that weren't there. We saw a nice, smart play by Selman there. When he had the shot, he just faked it and passed to his teammate O'Malley at the top. They've just been making smart plays rather than the flashy play. That seems to be working for them as they have the lead here. And they've just been playing nice lockdown defense led by Gavin Flynn and Andrew Liss. This is going to be a tough fourth quarter because you know St. Lawrence, they're going to have to go all in now because they've got nothing left to play for. But they just need to keep playing at their pace, and Brother Rice has really been dictating the game. If they could keep this going, they could secure this win. A huge Catholic League win against one of their rival teams. Early in the season, this could be crucial for their success later on. Now we'll see Paul Glivo prepare for the face-off like we've seen him do all night. Waiting for the signal from the referees. And Dave, you mentioned you played lacrosse. What's the strategy you want to do on a face-off? Because this is a little strange. You see both players down on their knees, jumping right at each other, trying to fight for that ball. It seems a little unorthodox. Is there any strategy you want to do to win those face-offs?
Well, if I ever played midi when I played lacrosse, I would poke the back of the netting on my stick. I'd poke that in so that you can catch the ball and then drag it beneath your legs and then box out your opponent. So if you're able to box out your opponent, then you can get the ball and take possession and hopefully score.
And we've seen obviously that you don't have to be the biggest guy to take face-offs. Paul Gliva, he's not the tallest guy on the team, but now Brother Rice scores. Ryan O'Malley with his 5th of the game makes it an 8-6 game for the Crusaders with 11 minutes and 16 seconds left in the fourth quarter. That's huge for Brother Rice, getting an early goal here in this fourth quarter that could change the momentum, gives them a little bigger of a lead to play with here as the game goes on.
You know, definitely. I think if the Crusaders keep this up, then they'll have the game on their side. They'll easily win. But St. Lawrence right now, they're definitely looking at it as a 0-0 game constantly, because I don't think they're going to be giving up at any point during this game. They're going to fight all the way till the end, just as the Crusaders are probably going to.
St. Lawrence is a resilient team. We've seen them come back firing after Brother Rice scores a goal. They just haven't given up. Much like Brother Rice, these are two scrappy teams. We've mentioned they're both a lot younger than most teams, so we might see some inexperienced plays here. That could possibly be big as the game goes on. Now Paul Gliva passes to Ryan O'Malley. O'Malley looking for an option. He's got Sismarski across the field. Sismarski will run over the middle. Now he fakes back to the right side. Tries to find Kroll behind the net. He gets it to him. Kroll looking for a pass. He's got some options, but he's got a defender pressing on him hard. He'll throw it down low to Gliva. That one sails just over him. But Gliva will pick it up and try to get something going here for the Crusaders. Gliva pulls a fake, goes outside. Looks for Selman. We heard that stick-on-stick slash. There's a flag up. Let's see what the call is.
So one thing with slashing is not only can it hurt a player, but the sticks are made of metal. So when you're slashing, if you slash metal to metal, you could possibly dent the stick. And if the stick gets too dented, or if something happens like the butt of the stick falls off, then the player who received the slash is technically illegal and cannot play. So that's another reason why slashing is very bad in this game, because it can not only it can affect not only your team, but it can also affect that player in more than just one way.
It looks like Jake Kroll just took a penalty there, as there's a flag on the field. St. Lawrence trying to get something going there, but Andrew List comes up with a big save there in the fourth quarter. And Kroll's heading over to the penalty area. We'll see what the exact call was there. Now that kind of negates the advantage Brother Rice had. So now both teams will be shorter man.
Number 38, 1 minute slash.
And it'll be scored as a slashing penalty for Jake Kroll, the St. Ambrose commit. Now St. Lawrence is going to look to get something going on. They've only got 30 seconds until their player's out of the penalty area, which could result in an advantage for them. Ethan McCarthy will check in for the Crusaders. Number 3 for the Vikings will be handling the ball here on this zone entry. He's been a dangerous player as this game goes on. We've seen him with 2 goals here in the second half. He's one player Brother Rice doesn't want to see carrying the ball, because he could create some damage here. St. Lawrence with the ball behind the net. They've got 3 men down low, just passing it back and forth to each other. They're taking their time. It looks like they're going to wait for their player's penalty to expire until they start doing some real offensive work. Because right now each team has 5 men in Brother Rice's defensive zone. And then we see number 22 return to the field, and St. Lawrence picks up their pace a bit. Now number 22, the player that took the penalty, is passing his teammate. He's looking for a shot. No shot there. They're just going to pass it around. Rips a shot off, but that one goes wide. St. Lawrence is going to get possession again. 9 minutes and 8 seconds left. Brother Rice still has an 8-6 lead, but we expect them to try to increase it. And St. Lawrence scores. That shot from Andrew List's left side just got right past him. David, what went wrong in that play that resulted in the goal, bringing St. Lawrence within 1?
Just poor communication between Brother Rice and between the defense and the goalkeeper. It's definitely something that will be worked on in practice. It's necessary to have good communication. Without the communication, then it's easier to tear down the defense and then get straight to the goalie.
And it just looked like that Viking player just had a clear shot at Liss. Nobody in the way trying to force some confusion at him. He just had that clear shot, and Andrew Liss just had a tough time stopping that. It's tough to blame him, though. That ball was coming in at a high speed. And now Brother Rice is going to have to try to get something going here. This 1-goal lead with 9 minutes left might be a little tough, so a goal here would be huge. We've seen them score quick after giving up goals. Let's see if Ryan O'Malley, who's got 5 on the night, can try to add to that total. Jake Kroll playing the ball behind the net. He's looking at his options. Finds Leva, who passes it. Now this will be Kroll with the ball. Tries to get it across, but that'll be broken up. Now St. Lawrence is rushing it up. Player running with some speed. Finds a teammate, but he loses control. Now Thompson forces out of bounds, and he will bring the ball in for Brother Rice. Thompson looking for a player to pass to. Takes himself, runs in the offensive zone. He's bringing it in with some speed. He's got options as he brings it behind the net. He tries to throw it over to Solomon, but that pass was just a little off. It'll go in the Crusader bench, resulting in a St. Lawrence ball. The Viking fans are trying to argue that might have been delay of game on the Crusaders. No, they did call a delay of game penalty on Ed Selman there. That seemed a bit delayed. Did the fans arguing possibly have something to do with that, David?
You know, nowadays with manipulation, I think it's possible. The referee does not want to cause any commotion with the fans right now, especially this late in the game. So it's easier to just go along with what they want instead of choosing what he wants.
No, Brother Rice playing at the disadvantage with just under 8 minutes left in this game. They have the 1-goal lead. They have to play some tight defense here. They do not want to give up a tying goal again. They have to try to break that tie. St. Lawrence is just playing it around, trying to force Brother Rice to let them have a shooting opportunity. Now they're bringing it in. Big save by Andrew Liss. Stopped that one before it got over the goal line. It was a great job by the senior netminder for the Crusaders. A nice experienced play. He saw that one was behind him. He used his stick to cover it up and keep it from crossing the goal line. Now Brother Rice bringing it up. This is Gliva. Pulls a fake, goes the other direction. And looking for a man to pass to. Gliva's just going to keep handling this by himself. Finds Kroll behind the net. Jake Kroll, the senior, looking for an option. Throws it up to Ed Selman, his teammate. And Selman finds McCarthy. McCarthy throws it over to O'Malley. O'Malley finds Gliva. Gliva trying to make a play happen here. Throws it back to O'Malley. O'Malley rips a shot on net, but that one goes wide. It's a race to get to the ball, but it looks like Jake Kroll won that. Just beating out the St. Lawrence netminder. Now Kroll brings it in. There's a delayed penalty. His Brother Rice has some time to work with. Gliva takes a shot, goes out of bounds. We'll see what this flag was for. It'll be an inadvertent slash.
There will be no call on that play. The referee did not mean to throw that flag. He thought he saw something, but realized that he was incorrect.
Now Brother Rice regains the ball in the offensive zone. Now it's St. Lawrence's possession. I guess because they had the call on them. Is this normally what happens, where if there's a inadvertent flag, the team that the flag was called on will now get the chance to bring the ball in?
Well, I believe the flag was called on the Vikings. So since the flag was called on them, and it was incorrect, they'll be able to get the possession, because of the flag call.
Now St. Lawrence bringing it back into the zone. Looking for something to do, but looks like Brother Rice got a piece of that, forcing it. Now St. Lawrence bringing it in. They're looking for a shot. Just passing again up at the top, trying to get those shots on Andrew Liss. Now he's rushing it in, and he scores, making it a tie game at 8 with 5 minutes and 46 seconds left. David, it looked like Brother Rice just let that St. Lawrence player bring it in and get the shot on Liss. That's not the ideal strategy. You'd think they'd want to get some sticks at him and try to force him from not taking that wide open shot.
Definitely. I see in the future a timeout being called by Brother Rice, and that will be addressed directly to the defense. That they need to get tighter. They need to stay closer together to create a wall around the goal.
That was just an unfortunate break. Brother Rice, they couldn't get a guy on that St. Lawrence player there in front of the net. He just got that good shot off. And Liss tried everything he could, but that ball got past him. It's tough to make these saves when they keep leaving them out to dry. And now Ryan O'Malley's bringing it in for Brother Rice. Pulls a swing move, but loses possession of the ball. Now St. Lawrence gets it as Brother Rice makes a substitution. Godsel's coming in trying to catch the Viking attacker. Brother Rice gets a turnover. That looked like it was a trip, but no call there. That'll be a push. Now Brother Rice will get the chance to bring the ball up. Now we see Gliva with the ball. He's looking for a teammate to pass to. He's got just about 5 minutes left in the game. He finds Ryan O'Malley. He's got 5 goals on the night. Looking to add 6 to bring Brother Rice the lead. Finds Jake Kroll behind the net. To Gliva. He scores! Paul Gliva makes it 9-8 for the Brother Rice Crusaders with 4 minutes and 54 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Something that if you just saw Paul Gliva's celebration, he's very modest. He did not celebrate like a football player would or like a soccer player would after scoring a goal or a touchdown, which definitely shows how great of a sport he is. Specifically, all lacrosse players, they're all great sports with their sportsmanship, always being kind to everyone, always giving a hand to someone if they're on the ground. Always making sure people on their team and the other team are okay.
And Gliva definitely knows the game isn't won yet. There's still a lot of time to be played left in this game. He doesn't want to get too cocky and start celebrating early when they've still got lots of time left to let St. Lawrence back in this game. So he's not going to think the game's won yet. Now Brother Rice trying to get something in. These passes just are not meeting each other. There's 3 guys trying to get the ball. Sismarski recovers it. Spools a move, loses it. O'Malley was there, just barely lost it. Ball's right around midfield. Brother Rice tries to get it. McCarthy lost it to number 3. To number 9. St. Lawrence is bringing it in. They're going to take a minute just to get all their players into the zone. They made a couple substitutions there. St. Lawrence with the ball behind the net, looking for the man up top. They get that shot right in the middle, but Brother Rice did a good job getting players there, and Dan Mueller was knocked down, losing the ball. Nice job by Andrew List taking away that shot. That could have been dangerous as Brother Rice let 2 Viking players get in there, both wide open for the shot, but Andrew List did a good job at keeping calm and taking away that shot. With 3 minutes and 48 seconds left in the regulation. They'll change this official time to 3 minutes and 51 seconds left in the game. We've seen Andrew List kind of step up and become clutch late in this game. He's going to have to keep it up because you know St. Lawrence is going to keep pressuring him with lots of shots, David. How reliable is it for Brother Rice to have a goaltender of List's caliber late in this game?
Well, it's very important for him to stay calm. I'm sure right now he's thinking, I can't let any goals in, I can't let any goals in. He's repeating it in his mind right now. And he should be thinking that, but hopefully that won't get the best of him, and he'll overthink and be really upset if he lets one in and for a tie.
And he just let one in for a tie as St. Lawrence. And that was almost a broken play. I'm not sure exactly what happened there. They'll tie it up at 9 with 3 minutes and 17 seconds left in the game. That was just a weird play. List was trying to play physical, and the guy, he spun around him and just deposited the ball right into the net. That was just completely broken play. There was no Brother Rice defenders left to try to get that guy in front of the net. The Crusaders are just going to have to bounce back here and try to get something going here. They have just over 3 minutes left. They've been able to adjust quickly after giving up goals before. Now we'll see if O'Malley or Kroll can add to their impressive nights and try to help the Crusaders get the win against St. Lawrence. Gliva preparing for the face-off. Wins it forward for Brother Rice. He picks it up. He's looking for a teammate. Brother Rice makes a substitution. Gliva is running the ball along the left side of the field. He's looking for a pass. He's being pressured hard by the St. Lawrence defender. But Gliva's holding strong. He's keeping the ball on his offhand. Now he throws it over to Ryan O'Malley. O'Malley pulls a spin move. Pulls a juke around one guy, but loses the ball right there. And St. Lawrence is going to try to bring it in on the attack. Just over 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. Brother Rice defenders are trying to pressure St. Lawrence into giving up the ball. But these Vikings won't give up. They're trying to get the shot on the net. And now they give up another goal. On a delayed penalty. It's now 10-9. St. Lawrence taking their second lead of the game. Now, what's gone wrong here for the Crusaders late in this fourth quarter, David?
It's definitely still the defense. They're really just not communicating with the goalie, Liss. That's definitely going to be addressed in this timeout right here. I could also see the short passes. There's a point at which a short pass is too short, and the Crusaders are doing that. But then if they're trying for a short pass, what they think might be a short pass, it ends up being a medium to a long pass. So they need to find a happy medium there, where a short pass is actually like a 10 or 15 yard pass, and it's able to get to the intended receiver's stick.
We've just almost seen Brother Rice lose that composure they've had for so much time in this game. And with 2 minutes and 19 seconds left, they need to try to find that composure. They were trying to get shots on net, but just nothing was working. They were making, like you said, these passes that were too short, just running around with the ball. They had no options to go with to the net. And St. Lawrence has really upped the intensity. They've scored off 2 quick broken plays by Brother Rice. And like you said, miscommunications that need to be fixed if they want to win this game. Brother Rice is trailing 10-9 to St. Lawrence with 2 minutes and 19 seconds left in regulation. Now Paul Gliva will once again prepare for the face-off. He's had lots of luck tonight in the face-offs, winning a majority of them. This could be huge for Brother Rice to win this face-off and get the equalizer as soon as possible. Now the face-off begins. Brother Rice possession. Gliva bringing it in. Looking at another goal to his impressive performance tonight. Paul Gliva, the junior. Right around the 30-yard line, looking for an option. He's taking his time, letting precious seconds bleed off the clock here late in the game, as now there's just under 2 minutes left in the game. Gliva throws it to Ethan McCarthy, the sophomore. Passes to Ryan O'Malley, looking for an option. O'Malley's going to try to power through. He just barely misses the shot there. Then that Brother Rice will get possession again with 1 minute and 43 seconds left in regulation. Jake Kroll bringing it in. Tries to throw a pass across the net. And a goal for the Crusaders! That looked like it was Ed Selman there. He got knocked down, but still was able to throw the ball right at the net. Almost a desperation attempt to tie the game here with 1 minute and 37 seconds.
You know, it was definitely a great effort by not only him, but everyone on the field, including St. Lawrence. They tried all they could. As you could see, he was on his feet. So from that point on, there was nothing the Vikings could have done to stop that goal.
Right, they had 2 guys on Selman. They knocked him over. Selman just kind of lunged and got that ball in the net, and it just went right past their goaltender. Looked like he was trying to make a play on Selman too. Now Brother Rice has the tie game. This is going to be an interesting minute and 37 seconds left. Do you think these 2 teams will try to get the winning goal here, or just play it safe and go into overtime?
I definitely think the Crusaders and the Vikings are going to duke it out to win in this quarter.
As anything can happen in overtime, you just want to get it over with quick here at the end of the game. And now Brother Rice brings it in. Jake Kroll trying to get a chance on net. He shoots just wide, but Selman picks it up. But he couldn't convert on that opportunity. The ball is going to go out of bounds. Looks like Selman might have won the race. And he did. A Brother Rice possession here with 1 minute and 7 seconds left. It was great hustle by Ed Selman. Now Selman with the ball finds O'Malley. O'Malley's got the wide open shot. He scores!
Oh. And it looks as though the Vikings goalie, the ball hit his stick, and the ball had enough power to move his stick in his hands, and he is very angry with himself as he hits the side post of the net. Right now, going through St. Lawrence's mind, they're definitely thinking 54.7 seconds left. That's enough time to score a goal. The Crusaders are thinking 54.7 seconds left. Only that much time left of defending, and then we can win.
And that was just a great play by Ryan O'Malley. He took that tricky shot and let it hit the goalie. I believe that was his 6th goal of the night. He's really stepped up for Brother Rice. Another one of those senior leaders that just has done a great job tonight, fighting, never giving up in this game. Now Brother Rice is being rewarded with the lead, but it'll come with difficulty because St. Lawrence is going to give it everything they've got late in this game. Brother Rice calls a timeout with 45 seconds left. They're probably bracing for the impending St. Lawrence attack. You know, they're just going to be playing desperate. They're probably going to send men cherry picking when Brother Rice has the ball in the zone. Paul Gliva has won 21 faceoffs for the Crusaders tonight. We were talking about how important that is. He's really just stepped up big for Brother Rice. We've seen the experience he's had. We mentioned this is his 3rd year on Varsity Lacrosse. He's been a huge player for Brother Rice tonight, and we've really just seen players step up for them, and whether it be Gliva or O'Malley or Gavin Flynn in the defensive zone, they've been getting these great efforts by players, and that's really helped them go as this game progresses. And it's been a close game, but these guys have not given up, and they're going to have to keep fighting for 45 more seconds, which I think they're perfectly capable of.
Yeah, definitely. 45.4 seconds. I'll relate this to track. 45.4 seconds. Some college athletes or even high schoolers, they can run 400 meters in that time, and obviously, if they can run 400 meters in that time, the Crusaders should be able to run this ball around 400 meters in that time.
Now Paul Gliva passes it over to teammate Brother Rice. Is just going to hold the ball here. They don't want to make too many passes, and it looks like Harmoning was just shoved over from behind there. There'll be a flag on the field. That's a bad time to take a penalty with 32 seconds left in the game.
Right now, I see the Crusaders. So the Vikings are probably going to be trying to play a preventing defense, trying to be more a man defense instead of a zone defense. And the Crusaders are probably just going to try to play it around, waste all the time they can, because this penalty will bring them till the end of the game.
Now Brother Rice just keeping the ball. Harmoning throws it over to O'Malley. O'Malley throws it behind the net to Kroll, who has 10 seconds left. Throws it back over to Gliva. They're just going to let this run off. 3 seconds left. Gliva facing pressure. He's not giving up. He's going to power through. And the Crusaders win 11-10. A hard-fought victory. And it looks like we've got some physicality going on back in the St. Lawrence defensive zone. Not sure exactly what started that, but Brother Rice should just stay out of that and shake their hands and take this win and leave. It was by no means the best win, but the final score ended in their favor, and they'll build off this season going into their next game against their next game is going to be against a tough opponent. They're just going to have to prepare for that and use this as a learning experience as the season goes on and try to compete for a Catholic League championship. Thanks, everyone, for watching. For David Wolf and Dan Reardon, I'm Leo Stauder here. We hope you enjoyed the outcome, and please join us next time on Brother Rice TV for our next broadcast.
Andrew Lips with 18 saves.